Well, good morning. This is Pastor Wade. And for a change, we're inside the Alberton United Methodist Church in Alberton, Montana. I want to swivel around here a little bit. For this test, I've got the laptop on an office chair. Okay. I know it's kind of glary, but the sun's, it's almost 11 a.m. and the eastern sun is coming in the windows. So this is gonna be a little test of the how it's gonna look tomorrow when we hopefully planning on going live tomorrow morning. We got two churches in the parish, in the Mineral County Parish. One in Alberton, where we are right now, live from Alberton, Montana. It's Pastor Wade. And the other church, of course, is in Superior, where we've been doing them so far. And I guess we'll let this run for just a few minutes and just see how it works. Make sure the connection holds up. This part of Montana has recently gotten 5G service from AT&T, just in time, because it really makes these makes my hotspot that I'm using right now from my phone, makes my hotspot a little hotter, a little faster, a little more doable. So what I'm doing is trying to determine the best place to put the laptop, because along the sides of the walls over here, there aren't any plugins on the sides of the walls in the sanctuary. And there's one in the. I'm going to turn this around one more time. I'll show you my office. I think I showed it to you before. That right there is my office, that little platform right there with a desk, which is okay. It's very cool. I kind of like it. And I'll, so down this wall over here, I looked around and maybe there's one on the floor somewhere that I haven't seen. No, there's one up there by the pulpit on the floor. But what I want to do, hopefully, is get a nice spot where we can live stream from that catches the majority of the front of the church and doesn't get in anybody's way during the worship service or coming and going, or provide a tripping hazard when people are trying to walk by and stuff. And so it's a bit of a challenge there, but definitely not the biggest challenge that I've had so far. In this last month, we've been here just about a month. We came here on the last week of June from our former place to be, and we've participated in the the ministries, the ongoing ministries of the church, the roadside rest area, coffee and cookie ministry. And we've done considerable visitation since we've been here. And of course, the Sunday services. And there's a weekly Zoom meeting at 7 p.m. that was initiated by our former pastor. And I think it's a pretty cool thing, that people would get together and just compare notes, chew the fat, fellowship and all that. So we're very, pretty happy about that. And what I'm trying to do now is figure out how can I get a weekly Bible study going that includes both churches? And so that I don't have to drive to Alberton an extra time during the week. So I know people get pretty fed up with technology, and I'm kind of walking on thin ice by going this route, but there's several people that are homebound and have asked for a digitization of the service. And so I'm not planning to use Zoom. I'm sure it worked before, but this is the way I'm going to do it. Of course, if anybody wants to take over the responsibility of providing the digital Sunday services, I'll be happy to hand it over to somebody else, anyone else. If you want to do it a different way, let me know, and you can you can take it, and I'll be happy to let you have it. But if I'm doing it, it's going to be like this, because this is what I know. This is what I can do, and there's quite a big learning curve already with the PowerPoints and the everything else that goes along with it. So, welcome to my world. How long have we been going now? 7.5 minutes. Let's go for 10 or something. Let's see how that works. I know, I'm always moving the camera around. That's just because I want to see it. I want to see how it looks in different places around the room. I want to see how the room looks and the angle, of the angle of the screen, moving it back and forth and tilting it one way and the other. And I also like to hear about, I'm going to do a little sound check with this guitar, because I like to sing a couple of praise songs to start out every morning, every service, kind of get everybody thinking about God. When the trumpet of the Lord shall sound, and time shall be no more, morning breaks eternal pride and prayer. When the Savior shall gather over on the other shore, the roll is called yonder out there. When the roll is called yonder, when the roll is called yonder, when the roll is called yonder. This morning, when the dead in Christ shall rise, the glory of the resurrection share. The saved ever shall gather, we won't be on the sky, and the roll is called up yonder out there. When the roll is called up yonder, the roll is called up yonder, when the roll is called up yonder. When the roll is called up yonder. when all the black is over and I work my left. And the road is all around me there. When the road is all around me, when the road is all Okay, I'm anxious to hear how that sounds when I get home and listen to it on the speakers. So I know that most people aren't used to seeing somebody try so hard, but this is what I do. And, I have a certain amount of days on the planet, like we all do. We don't know how many days those are. The psalmist said, Lord, teach me to number my days. God, let me make every day as good as possible. Let me do the most I can on each and every day, because we don't know how many days we have. And there's another place in the scripture too that says, whatever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. Do your best at all times. Do your best. Do everything you can do. Reminds me of a beer commercial back in the 60s or 70s, somewhere in there. The Schlitz beer commercials where it said, you only go around once in life, so you got to grab for all the gusto you can. All the gusto. Well, they were right. You only go around once. You only got so many days to do this. Only so many days to serve the Lord. Only so many days to love your neighbor. Only so many days to read the Bible. Only so many days to do what God would have us to do. So let's make each day. Get up in the morning and do the best you can. And if you drop from exhaustion later on, like I do sometimes, who cares? Tomorrow's another day and you've done your best. You've spent all the energy that you've had for the glory of God. And nothing is better than that. I didn't intend to preach here, but I got on a soapbox. So that's how it goes. So we're right at the 13 and a half minute mark, and I'm going to close it down. This was a sound check and an equipment check of the hotspot, my little phone here. The 5G service that AT&T recently brought to our part of the world, and the laptop that I normally use at home. I brought it with me just so I could see if it'll work here tomorrow, and it looks like it will. So God bless you all, and hopefully we'll see you here tomorrow. And if not, watch it on YouTube. I'm going to do my best to get it up there. Unless something happens and I can't, but I'm going to try. Okay. God bless.